You can't out-supplement inflammation. You can't fix it with one green smoothie. You need to make consistent and steady changes on a daily basis. My name's Dr. Forrest Sauer, a functional medicine practitioner where I help clients fix the root cause of their inflammation. And today what I'm going to walk you through is how to do that for yourself. Just like any professional athlete who has mastered the basics in their sport, we need to master the basics of what it actually looks like to live a healthy lifestyle that does not feed our inflammation. And this does start off with what we're putting into our mouth, our lifestyle, our diet, what we eat. You've heard it before. It is vegetables. Don't really care what kind. Don't care how you make them. Fruits, nuts, seeds, veggies, healthy fats, proteins. Don't really care what kind of protein you eat, what color it is, whether it be red meat or white meat. All of these are going to send signals to your body to start decreasing the inflammation. Now you'll recognize what I didn't say. I didn't say box of foods, processed, canned foods. We need to focus on real food that is actually food that our body's going to recognize, and our body's going to see that signal and start decreasing the inflammation naturally. These foods not only help decrease inflammation, they help feed your mitochondria, your powerhouse of your body that helps create energy. It's also going to start healing your gut because we are no longer creating damage to your gut with the highly processed foods. So like I said, it is protein. Don't really care how much or what kind of protein you consume. It is veggies. Don't really care how many veggies that you eat or what kind of vegetables or what time of vegetables that you eat. Let's try to keep things simple as we're mastering these basics. Meat, veggies, healthy fats like coconut oil, olive oil, butter, animal fats. These are great healthy fat sources along with berries and fruit and nuts and seeds. These are great examples of having healthy, whole, real foods. Most people go overboard with trying to live a healthy lifestyle. They go from 0 to 100 in the blink of an eye. And this is not how sustainable healthy lifestyles are created. Just like with any professional athlete, they practice the sport every single day so that way it becomes natural. They don't even have to think about the actions they're going to take because they've practiced it so much. The exact same thing happens with living a whole food, natural, healthy lifestyle. The more that you practice it, the more you do it, the easier and more natural it is going to become, and the less you have to put effort into it. This takes patience, this takes consistency, not perfection. Most people think I can simply take the fish oil and the turmeric without changing my diet. Nope, that's not how the body works. Food is information, and the more you feed it the right signals, the less inflammation you are going to have. You cannot out-supplement a bad diet. Here's where most people get stuck. They think they're eating healthy, yet the foods they're eating are still feeding the inflammation. These can be foods like seed oils, that's vegetable oil, canola oil. You can have artificial sweeteners, highly processed sugars, snacks, even gluten-free ones oftentimes have high corn or sugar content, highly processed carbs. All of these feed inflammation. And when you feed inflammation, you get inflammation in your brain, around your waist, and in your joints, in the rest of your body. Now, most people think that if the snack is labeled organic or gluten-free, that it's healthy. Listen, marketing doesn't equal medicine. Just because it looks pretty and looks great on the front, you need to turn it around to the ingredients on the back. I had a gentleman come in one time and he was struggling with high cholesterol and high blood pressure and inflammation and arthritis all over his body. Well, he had been living keto for quite a few years and he was happy with the results, except for what I just mentioned. After doing some additional digging, we discovered that he had a favorite keto dessert snack. A lot of keto dessert snacks have an ingredient called erythritol in there. It's an alcohol sugar that creates the sweetness in a lot of keto desserts. Well, erythritol has been shown to drastically increase inflammation in the body. After removing that dessert snack and treat from his lifestyle, he was not only able to get off of his high blood pressure medication, but he was able to cut his pain and inflammation in half within the first 4 weeks. Now, the last reason you may be struggling with inflammation is a hidden food trigger. You see, there are some foods that are helping you. There are some foods that are hurting you, and this can be different for everybody. The most common that we see are things like gluten and dairy and corn and eggs. And sometimes people can handle gluten, but sometimes they can't, specifically if they're struggling with inflammation. And this is where a food elimination phase diet is extremely helpful at deciphering what foods are feeding your inflammation, what foods are actually helping take the inflammation out of the body. And we help our clients walk through this step by step so we can identify what their inflammation triggers are specifically. I had a mom come to us who was struggling with inflammation. She had been gluten-free for several years, despite really getting the results that she was looking for. After bringing her through the food elimination phase diet, we discovered that not only was she sensitive to gluten, she was also sensitive to corn. Well, most of the gluten-free foods that she was consuming was filled with corn. And so even though she had went gluten-free, she was still feeding her inflammation because she was sensitive to not just simply gluten, but also corn. This is the importance of walking someone through that food elimination phase diet, because oftentimes you will find more than one trigger is actually causing the inflammation to occur in the first place. For most people, once you start focusing on real food, cut out all the junk food, identify your food triggers that are driving the inflammation, you're going to notice results within the first 7 to 10 days. If you don't, that means that you have missed something and you need to go back and master the basics. Just like a professional athlete who does the free throw shot 1,000 times, takes a break, gets sloppy, and needs to go back to the basics, this may be what you have to do for your lifestyle. And it's okay. Don't give up. You are worth the effort that you put into your health. I hope this was helpful. My name is Dr. Forrest Sauer, and I'll be chatting with you soon.